So we have three platforms, you could call them. One is called Seeker, and that's a high throughput platform for laboratory use that's FDA cleared. And there we're installing those in public health labs. So the sample gets taken at the hospital, a dried blood spot card gets sent to the public health lab, and that's where the patient interacts with our equipment. The second platform is a point of care platform, and that will be in the NICU, in the well-baby clinic, where we'll be doing tests for jaundice, hypoglycemia, hypercoagulability, and other conditions. And then the third platform is actually a service where we'll be collecting dried blood spot and other samples and doing tests that are supplemental to what the public health program does. So the first benefit is to the babies because we identify conditions early, and that way the baby can get on a therapy before permanent damage is done. So early discovery of the disease avoids a diagnostic odyssey, which often occurs with rare disease, and gets the patient on therapy before permanent damage is done. For families, they avoid the diagnostic odyssey as well, and also other family members with the same disease are often identified via the initial indication on newborn screening. For care providers, eliminating the diagnostic odyssey is a big deal, can save a lot of healthcare cost, and finding the patient early saves the healthcare system all the costs for dealing with the comorbidities of the disease as a result of permanent damage. So challenges, first globally, about 100 million babies born every year somewhere in the world get no newborn screening. And so we have to find a way to get to that broader market where we can test those kids for at least the first 8 or 10 diseases for which there are really inexpensive therapies. In the US, one of the challenges is every state determines its own test panel, and so there's a lot of variability from state to state, and that means there are bigger holes in the sieves of some state than in others, and we miss kids that have rare disease. And finally, I think the biggest problem right now is rare disease pharma is getting a lot of investment, and so there are a couple hundred conditions for which there are FDA-approved therapies and a couple thousand phase 3 clinical trials, and these are just for congenital disorders that affect kids. And we only test on average for 45 conditions right now in public health newborn screening. So there's a big gap and a widening gap between what we screen for and what we can do something about.